Yes, that's the best I've done since we started this. So with that, hey, we're reading 100 Ways to Motivate Yourself by Steve Chandler. We're going to have a great month this month, July 1st. And with that, I'm going to bring on the awesome Cindy Wright.
All right. Well, I hope that everybody else gets a laugh out of that when you pat yourself on the back for muting and recording. Oh, my gosh. This is chapter 32, Be Your Own Disciple. Okay, he says, so why do I claim we have no willpower? Is it a misguided desire to protect myself? Is there a secret payoff in saying I have no willpower? Maybe if I absolutely deny the existence of willpower, I am no longer responsible for developing it. It's out of my life. What a relief. But here's the final tragedy. The development and use of willpower is the most direct access to happiness and motivation that I'll ever have. In short, by denying its existence, I'm shutting my spirit down. Many people think of willpower and self-discipline as something akin to self-punishment. By giving it that negative connotation, they never get enthused about developing it. But author William Bennett gives us a different way to think about it. Self-discipline, he notes in the Book of Virtues, comes from the word disciple. When you are self-disciplined, you have simply decided in matters of the will to become your own disciple. Once you make that decision, your life's adventures get more interesting. You start to see yourself as a stronger person. You gain self-respect. American philosopher Ralph Waldo Emerson used to talk about the Sandwich Island warriors who believed that when they killed an enemy tribesman, the courage of that dead enemy passed into the warrior's living body. Emerson said that the same thing happens to us when we say no to a temptation. The power of that dead temptation passes into us. It strengthens our will. When we resist a small temptation, we take on a small power. When we resist a huge temptation, we take on a huge power. William James recommended that we do at least 2 things every day that we don't want to do, for the very reason that we don't want to do them, just to keep willpower alive. By doing this, we maintain our awareness of our own will. And not a long chapter, but it is so true. I mean, when we think about what do you want to do today? What do you not want to do today? That's kind of the thing. Like, oh my gosh, if you've made a to-do list, which hopefully everybody has some kind of to-do list that they go by daily. Maybe you haven't written it out yet this morning, but maybe you're going to, and because most people don't get anything done if you don't have some kind of list to go by. So if you've written out your list and you're like looking at it going, I don't really want to do that. I don't really want to do that. I mean, he's just saying use your willpower and go ahead and do those things today. And the best thing you could do is do them first. And if you don't have them on your list, it's because you don't want to do them, and so you don't even want to put them on your list. And I would encourage you to put them on your list and do them anyway. I mean, there's lots of things I can think of that I really don't want to do, but I need to do them. I need to have the willpower and to put it on my list and then to do it and stick to it and, do it whether I want to do it or not. So I'll give it to you for your feedback.
Man, hey, what a powerful chapter. I know 2 things that I can think of right off the bat. I know after my head injury some years ago, and I gained all that weight, I remember just telling myself, well, after my head injury, I just have no willpower anymore I just eat what I want to because I have no willpower. What a cop-out that was. That allowed me to just eat I had no willpower. I just eat whatever I wanted to because of my head injury. That was such malarkey, And the other thing I wanted to talk about, so in Alcoholics Anonymous, they don't, you don't try to sober up and say, I'm never going to drink again the rest of my life. Hardly no one that is a true alcoholic could do that. They would never be able to get sober what they do say, and I'm tearing up a little bit, is I just won't drink for today. So I say that to say it's little things. You don't start with big things. It's I just won't drink for today. And so it would be the same thing. I'll just do this today. It ain't I have to do things for the rest of my life. Same thing with willpower. I'll just do this today, or I'll just do this little thing. Starts with little victories. Little victories lead to bigger victories, and I believe that's what he was saying in here. So with that, I'll cut it back over to the great Cindy Wright to lead us home.
Well, I'm too have used breaking my wrist last year. Last August, I broke both bones on my wrist completely off and had to have surgery and a plate, 8 screws, and I couldn't do much of anything. And then, I certainly couldn't work out. So for like 2 months, I, gave myself that excuse of, well, I can't do anything. I can't work out. I'm just kind of like did whatever I wanted to do. And really the reality is I could have been working my legs. I could have been walking. I could have been doing a few things, but I chose because I was injured that, not to do anything. And as a result, I put on 10 extra pounds and really just have not even tried to get it off until recently. And so I'm like, having this willpower to, because when you go for like nearly a year of just not caring, what you eat and, just not having that self-discipline, I'm like, oh my gosh, wow, I forgot how disciplined I used to be, because I used to always think about what I put in my mouth, what I was going to do, was I working out? How many calories did I burn today? How many steps did I get in? I literally just got out of the habit of all of that because I was injured. I had a reason, and it was just an excuse is what it was. And so getting back into that mindset of I can't just eat whatever I want. I'm 63 years old. It goes straight to my belly. It goes straight to it doesn't burn off like it used to. And so I'm having to be so like just aware of everything that I eat. And, my baby, we had our grandkids here for 3 weeks. I was cooking them everything. They all want different foods. I've never made so many meals in my life in 3 weeks. And, I'll just have one of that, like they're eating French fries. I'll just have a couple French fries. It's like the self-discipline to not put that in your mouth is just, it's a big deal. And I so admire and respect people that can just live by this. They just, like Kirby, he's really good at self-discipline. When he decides he's not going to put sugar in his mouth, he doesn't put sugar in his mouth. He just gets it out of there. He has incredible willpower, and it's something to be admired. So, I admire people that have that much willpower because I'm not the best at it. So, I have to work at it to have it. So I'll give it to you to close out. Hope everybody has an awesome Monday, and welcome to July.
All right. Hey, so everybody that has been thinking about doing something or thinking about not doing something, I love challenging people. I love challenging myself. That's how my life has changed here recently. So whatever that is, I challenge you. This is the beginning of July this week to go out and do that one little thing. If it's, I'll just tell you for me, after my injury, before my injury, I was a contacting machine, everybody. And I don't know, fear broke in, and I was afraid to do that anymore. It was what will people think of me? I've gained all this weight. I stutter. I don't talk as good as I used to. So now, instead of just contacting and talking about things, I just get people's phone number. It is so easy. Hey, you know what? I'd like to stay in contact with you. Can I get your number? So now I don't have to talk to them about business, but I'm getting their phone number. So whatever it is you are maybe afraid of to do or not to do, I challenge you this week to start that one little thing, or maybe start part of that little thing that's going to get you on the path. So with that, I'm unmute. Happy July.
Thank you. Y'all have a great day.
Everybody go out there and rip up July.
Happy 1st of July.